The BBC, I mean, what are you going to do about it?
Well, first of all, I've got a licence in front of me now, and it says a year's worth of your TV licence.
Yes.
And emphasis on the word TV. So why am I paying for all the other add-ons like iPod technology, which
Right.
is beyond me? Radio. Yours is a brilliant radio. Why do I want to go anywhere else?
Right. And you don't have to pay for it either.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, you're in Yorkshire now, taking 50p to somebody's...
I bet you there's BBC Leeds, right, is there?
Oh, Leeds, York,
Sheffield.
the Coast, Sheffield.
Yeah. I had some plank from BBC Sheffield trolling me a few weeks ago. I had to put him away. But, I mean, there's a load of people employed for no good reason in all these local places where they don't need the BBC to have a separate entity.
Well, I won't mind, but, kind of after 6 o'clock,
Yeah.
they all shut down and you just get one. So, like, if you've got a bit of a traffic problem on the M62,
Yeah.
I think it all goes through Leeds.
Does it?
Well, that's no longer local, is it?
Well,
The A64
why don't they just do the whole 24 hours like that then?
Well, that's common sense and business, as you probably understand.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
understand.
exactly.
But here's something to upset you.
You on?
Gary Lineker, 1.75 million.
Yes.
11,363 people have got to pay the licence just for him.
Just for him. And he gets to go and work elsewhere at the same time.
And he gets to break the BBC licence trusts by campaigning for remaining.
Oh, yeah, but he's allowed to do that, apparently, because he's not a news journalist.
Well, what's sport?
Well, it's not news, is it?
In relation to the BBC, I think that the BBC is rather a hypocritical organisation. And the reason I say that is this. It funds, or should I say, it commissions lots of private production companies to produce programmes,
Yes.
which indeed it then sells. So it earns revenue from those sales. So why should I have to pay extra as a licence payer when it already generates lots and lots of cash from those programmes?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And I think people will be outraged, and particularly when we were going through the figures here with Graham Norton making somewhere like 615 grand a year, not including the amount of money that gets paid to his production company for the chat show that he does on a Saturday night. I mean, that's got to be at least another 600,000. So he's into sort of 1.2 million territory.
Yeah, it's crazy. And of course, it's the same thing with it. Lots of shows are like that. And I really think that... if the BBC wishes to survive, why can't it survive in a commercial marketplace and see how strong it really is? I think if it isn't that strong, it will flounder.
Yeah.
And people go, oh, the BBC, plumb in your throat, bow ties and dinner jackets of yesteryear. Well, that's as maybe, but yesteryear is no longer here. We live in a commercial marketplace.
Yeah, we do. Absolutely right. Nigel, thank you very much indeed. Great call.
My gripe today is the BBC and the licence fee.
Yes.
Because I'll be 75 next year,
Right.
and so I just miss out. And the thing is, we've got Sky, so we pay £50 a month for Sky, and all the rest, and we still have to pay for a licence to the BBC.
Yeah, even if you don't watch it, which is crazy, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
We get BBC.
So, we can get the BBC through Sky, can't we?
Yeah, you can, but if you look at it, right, it's the same as you can look at it on a computer without ever having to have a TV at all. Why should you have to pay them a TV licence fee?
Exactly, yeah, that's my...
OK, well, let's hope that somebody comes to your aid and decides that you don't have to pay for it. It's 154 quid, I think it is now. It's quite a lot of money for a lot of people, particularly those who are on fixed incomes. Let's talk to Ray, who's in Crewe. Hello, Ray.
Good afternoon, Mike.
Afternoon, sir. What would you like to say?
Again, my complaint's about the BBC, really. And Lineker, the wages that Lineker's on, what value does he actually add? Do you watch Match of the Day because Lineker's on
No,
it?
absolutely not.
Because of the football, don't you?
Of course.
You
And
watch it
also,
because of the
quite
football.
often, do you know what? Quite often I'll watch it on the Sunday night just because it suits me better than on Saturday. And he's not on it on Sunday night because he doesn't work on Sundays. It makes no difference to me.
So, in all honesty, how does he he's not an entertainer, he's not a comedian, he's not a great singer-songwriter,
No.
he doesn't add that. So I just don't understand how they justify that amount of money. Now, I used to be a season ticket at Sir Alexander. I didn't need a pundit. I needed a lot of alcohol before I went, but I didn't need a pundit
Right.
but to tell me what was actually going on the football field. It's the same with, if you take Strictly Come Down, I don't know if you ever watched it, Claudia Winkleman. Just tells daft jokes.
Yeah.
People don't watch, they don't watch Strictly because Claudia's on it. They watch it for the dancing.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I realise you have to have a presenter, but how many presenters do they need on a programme?
And how much? And also, how much do you have to pay them? I mean, Claudia Winkleman's making 375 grand a year. That's a lot of money.
Telling a few daft jokes.
Yeah.
She's not even amusing.
Well, I mean, she's not even writing the jokes, to be honest. So, I mean, it's not really her fault. But, I get your point, Ray. Listen, thank you very much indeed for calling in. So many of you are so annoyed about what is going on at the BBC because it's sort of, it's our money. It's not their money. 93% of you say it's time to abolish the BBC licence. You've got about 14 minutes left to vote. But, I mean, it's obviously a complete and utter whitewash. Steve says, how about, rather than Lineker bashing, even though he deserves it, what about the 400,000 plus to Alan Shearer? What does he do? Well, Alan Shearer, I suppose a lot of people dislike for one reason or another because he was quite an aggressive footballer, but he was a great footballer. I don't mind Alan Shearer. But again, it's an awful lot of money, isn't it? I'm not quite sure why we have to pay them quite so much. But the BBC insists that they have to pay sort of what can be described as commercial rates. Well, really? They're not commercial rates in every part of the organisations that I've worked for.